Zidane Danny, Electro Ninja here, and welcome back to Electro Ninja's Lab. We're back with another live stream, and of course, we are playing some Hytale today. As I said, this is probably going to be a shorter stream, much like the previous Hytale stream. Part of it is just due to the fact that I'm kind of, while I do really like the game, there's really not much to talk about, and one of the big issues that I'm kind of facing right now is how much can we really do when it comes to continuing the game. Um, so, for example, when it comes to what we can do, um, obviously we can go down to the south, take care of stuff in the, take care of the desert, and then eventually make our way to the whatchamajiggle. Um, we can go down to the desert. We can then go down to the once we find one, we can probably go to a fire zone. But I think that while that is definitely a possibility, one thing that is starting to concern me about the game is that because of the fact that it's updated so frequently, if I want to do anything, I'm gonna have to create new worlds. So, yeah. I don't know. We'll see exactly how much we do in terms of actual playing the game and so on and so forth. But yeah, I don't know. There are certain aspects, like I said, that kind of concern me about how the game is going, and how fast we can, well, keep up. Yeah, we don't have that much iron, do we? No, we do not. Okay. But I don't know. We'll see. We're gonna go ahead and head south today. That's gonna be our main thing that we'll be doing in this discussion as we discuss the game. But yeah, I don't know. I think I've been seeing a lot of people like doing their playing through the game and all that jazz, and it's kind of slowed down pretty fast, which is kind of concerning. How fast it seems to have how fast it seems to have slowed down. And I think the main reason why it's slowed down with people making content for the game is because, like I said, the game is updating. And one thing that I noticed really fast when I was playing through the game for the first time is that the update doesn't necessarily fully update your world. So I, for example, have my personal world. I have gone all the way to the fire zone before they added the dinosaurs. Meanwhile, when it came to this world, I haven't gone to the fire zone, but I did start it before the dinosaurs were added. And what concerns me is that when I get to the fire zone, the dinosaurs are not going to be there. So I don't know. I don't know. That's a big part that concerns me. Ah, dang it. Yeah, whatever. It's fine. Oh, that's another thing. I haven't changed this. So there are certain things with the, I do think are kind of interesting with the game, as well, that I didn't really have a chance to discuss fully. Um, I haven't really thought about discussing them, and that is that when you set up your world so that it doesn't drop anything, it sets your items will be gotten rid of, or will lose um, durability. That'll always be at a specific point. Um, so if you want to play in a world where you don't lose durability, you do not lose your items, which personally, for starting the game, I kind of wanted to have that be the thing. Um, Mostly because I am not a professional hardcore player. Um, so I don't know. I feel like one thing that should be that it should be two separate settings in your world config file, or your world config area, that will basically say, oh, so you want to be able to lose items, or you want to be able to lose durability, and that they don't be specific. I don't know. The problem right now that I'm finding is that they are kind of tied to the same section, and if you turn one off, if you just turn off the losing items, then you will lose everything, or you won't lose everything. You'll still lose durability, no matter how you set it beforehand. So that's kind of an issue. But yeah, I don't know. There's lots of different things that I've been finding about this game, and my big concern, like I said, is that things are going to people are going to have this. People are already going to want to have a world where they can be permanent. And granted, if they want to do that, they probably shouldn't be exploring that much. But at the same time, you want to explore. You want to see what the world has. And if the biomes are being completely undone, then that's gonna... or if the biomes are therefore set in stone, and you won't be getting certain mobs, like I said, the dinosaurs. The dinosaurs are not going to spawn in my old world as much as at least in my standard flame zone, and that's kind of concerning. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. You know what? We'll take these beds. Primarily so that we can eventually have like a decent house. Is there anything else here? I don't think there is. Wow, this seems like a... Oh, there's another chest. Oh. Alright, we're almost to the fire zone. Or not the fire zone, to desert. I think this is going to be our spot. Oh, is that glitch still happening? Okay, I think they fixed that glitch. That's good. So one of the glitches I was finding in the game the other day was that I would set a target location and it would be going in the opposite direction. I don't know if that's... I'm assuming that's been fixed at this point because it doesn't seem to be happening now. Do we want to deal with this? We could. But I think we just need to get to the... We might just want to get to the new area. This one? Okay. Yeah, let's just... We should just keep moving. We really should. Okay, there we go. Let's eat again. Let's just grab this and then we go. Oh, we are out of space and we don't have a bag. Let's just go ahead and... Oh, we can put the crude shield in here. There we go. Oh, but we want... Do we want one of those? I don't think we need one of those. I think it's fine. Alright. Yeah, let's go to let's get to the desert. But yeah, I don't know. There are certain things with the game, and I don't know. I've seen some people saying, "Oh, there's too many structures, blah 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 blah," and like in certain situations, I can agree because there sometimes I've seen the videos. I've seen what people have seen and how it's been kind of insane how many structures they see, and it could be like very similar ones. Okay. Thank you for going down. Oh, I'm out of arrows. I love that that's that you can just like send them down to their watery graves. I do think that they will probably change certain things about this, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Oh, another thing as well. So, palm trees count as yellow wood, and you would think, oh, so I can just chop down some palm trees. No, palm trees don't drop wood. I don't know why, and I think that that's a pretty major issue that they should probably fix sooner rather than later, because it's annoying. It's really freaking annoying. Oh, we could put that in our torches. Oh, and we can... Let's craft all of those into torches. There we go. Let's grab a shield again. Let's kill these hyenas. Okay, these guys are mostly fine, but they will attack you if you're, yeah, the civilians won't attack you, but I think the chieftain and the guard will attack you, which is kind of weird. Honestly, I wish that they had like something where it would you could befriend these guys. I think that would be nice. Like a little quest to befriend them. I don't know. It doesn't have to be much. But I would like to have something where I could... You're just... Yeah, so here's exactly what I was talking about. So, these palm tree logs, they count as golden wood. That's what it was. It wasn't yellow wood. It was golden wood. So... and you need golden wood in order to do certain things, right? But... you can't get said golden wood. I don't understand it. I really don't. Do we have anything else that can go in there? No. What can we get rid of? We could probably drink these health potions, actually. Okay. We need that, and, you know, we'll get rid of the wild meat, because we need the chitin more than anything. Alright. Oh, this one doesn't even seem to have a chieftain, which is fine. It's just like, huh? I would have expected there to be a chieftain here. Oh, here we go. The long tooth. That's what it is. The long tooth hates me, right? No. Okay. I thought that they hated me, but I guess not. I guess that they will not attack you. I could have sworn that they attacked you. Oh! Maybe it's like if you attack them, they'll attack you. Okay. That's... interesting. I was pretty dang sure that they would just hated you. Guess not. Okay, so these guys are similar level to the other guys then. Oh, we have a portal here. Good. All right, let's go to that portal. Because especially since we want to get the golem for sure. And then I think we'll head back to base for a bit. Okay. There are more chests in here, aren't there? I think there are. Let's see here. What do we want to get rid of? We can get rid of that beam. And I really don't need the cobble. There we go. Got the shards. That's what I wanted. We need the thorium. Shit. Okay. Let's get rid of the crude pickaxes for now. Honestly, it's not that big of a deal to come back to places. So, yeah. Alright. Let's use the portal turn in what we have, and then we'll head back. Okay. I do wonder if they're going to do the under construction stuff as soon as possible. Specifically this guy. I'd like to know what he's going to sell. Based on what I'm seeing in his bag, I'm assuming that it's mostly going to be like weapons and gear and stuff. But we'll see. Maybe he'll sell us recipes, actually. That would be interesting. Oh, I haven't seen any Scarix yet. Interesting. But yeah. Hello! Sorry, I was a little bit distracted. But yes, I am doing well. Welcome to the chaos. We are, like I said, we're checking out Hytale. And we're discussing a lot of what is going, a lot of the issues I'm having with the game, where it's kind of, we're not going to be playing for much. Like, you can't really set up a permanent world yet, which is kind of sad. But yeah, I mean, to be fair, you can't really do that with Minecraft either. So. Yeah, I don't have I have my chat on the pretty far away. I have to turn my entire body in order to see it, so that's why. Sorry about that. We do stream every weekday. But it's not the same games. We will, and we just started doing the streams here on Twitch. So, most of my streams have been over on YouTube. So yes, but yeah, we stream every weekday, and various different games. Mondays are Marvel Rivals Mondays. Tuesdays and Fridays we play Final Fantasy. And then Wednesdays are Pokemon currently, but they will be swapping eventually to something else. And then currently Thursdays Hytale, but we will be changing it to be Throwback Thursday eventually. It's just kind of a iffy situation to get through that. These guys are annoying. There we go. Well, we died. Yeah, welcome to the chaos. That's the that I will say that a lot. Yeah. Boop. Okay, let's get that started. That. Do we have more? We do have more. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, it is very fun. I think I've kind of been complaining a little bit about it, but it's not that I don't like it. It's more of like, yeah, there's certain issues that that they will probably fix before too long. They just haven't yet. Yes, same name. That is it is Electro Ninja's Lab. So Marvel Rivals is on console. This does not have a console release yet. So, unfortunately, obviously. But, yeah. But this is on PC. Yes, Marvel Rivals is on the PlayStation. We do play that on the PS5. Okay. Is that enough yet for this thing? What do we still need? We need one. Oh, we need 2 more. Jeez. Okay. Oh, we need to repair that. Well, we could probably just get new ones. And perfect. All right. Let's get this thing crafted. Alright. Where are they? Here they are. Alright, I think that's everything. Oh, you turned off. Pop. Alright. I don't really like talking about the prices for things. So, yeah. Sorry. Do we want to get rid of the spears? Yeah, let's do the spears as well. There we go. Let that thing do its thing. That's gonna be one. We can put sticks in there for now. Alright. Done. Good. Okay. What happens if we do the cobblestone? That just gives us rubble, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Good luck with that. Especially right now. The current market is just really bad especially when it comes to RAM. Well, thank you. I am working to get the setup so that it will put notifications on the stream. It's just taking a little bit of time because I have to figure out things. But yeah. Yeah. My thing's a bit of a pre-built, but yeah. So. Cool. Okay, we can go ahead and store these. Sort. Where did I put my metal? There we go. We can put the wooden bucket in there for now. Is that a lumberjack? That is a lumberjack. Okay. Oh, we could probably put the Quebec now. Okay. Where did we put that Quebec? There's the Quebec. West Coast. So, yeah. Not that one. Where is it? Is this? We still need more of that. That's fine. Take those. Okay. Okay. Let's go ahead and put those beds in there and that. Good. Okay. Let's see how these are doing. Oh, we should probably sleep, actually. Well, we could plant the crops. Okay. Let's see here. What do we need for that? We need dark wood. Okay, that's not too bad. Okay. Okay, we can't even make cotton yet, so that's fine. All right. Okay. Okay, so we want 4 of those. Oh, we can just do all. That's good. Put those in there. Okay. So we need... You know what? We'll head north, I think. Oh, wait. What do I need for the backpack upgrade? I need more iron. Joy. Okay. Grab these. Put these here. Alright. We will head north next. But yeah. Do. What the frick was that? I heard something weird. Is the sun rising? I think the sun's probably rising by this point. Okay. Do we have any... That's some frosty area. Okay. So that's good. Gonna run past you. Oh, cows. Okay, I have seen these cows. Good. I think we have in the Discord a art spot. Ooh, you guys followed me far. I was not expecting that. Oh boy, fair time. We're just dealing with all sorts of shit today. Dang it. Okay. All right. I think in the yeah, we have in the channel's Discord is a miscellaneous thing that allows people where you can post things if you really like. But okay. Just make sure that it's safe for work. We don't. Yeah. Yeah. We don't want to go in the wrong direction with that. Weird. Okay. Do. I wonder actually where, if there is, how to get the new spell book that they added. I'm assuming it's in like chests or something that are in new areas, but I don't know. Okay. Oh yeah. Another thing as well is like some of these things are like considered benches and crafting benches, and it's like you can't actually use them. I don't know. I hope that they do actually finish setting up the benches and stuff soon, but we'll see. I don't know. Was that iron? That might have been iron. I'm not going to worry about it right now. But, you know. Alright. This is actually a really nice blue zone. I don't know. I do think one thing that I would like to see from Minecraft is perhaps doing something like this where there's just some weird biomes. Like, I love that there's this random blue biome. here in Hytale. And then there's like an autumn biome. There's winter biomes, and I'd like to see more of that. I don't know if they're going to do that though, anytime soon. Because honestly, an autumn biome would actually make the most sense, I think, when it comes to if they did decide to, rather than doing like a seasonal thing. Because one of the things that a lot of people have been discussing over there is that there should be seasons in Minecraft. But, I don't know. We'll see. Do 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 bum bum bum. Jeez, why is there a cliff of insanity here? Welcome to the chaos. Oh my gosh, these cliffs of insanity are insane. Okay. Okay, here we go, finally. Alright, we can chop down some of this. That's a fir, not a okay. Why is that a fir, not a cedar? Ba-ba-da-ba-doom. Usually cedars are around here somewhere. Oh, that's an owl. Do we have... Where'd it go? There's the owl. Oh my god. Yes, I did see your chat. That's what I was saying, welcome to the chaos about. What the? Wait, what? Oh. That's interesting. So generated... They might need to adjust that because it's... Because like any generated log disappears, even if it's something that doesn't need to disappear. Huh. That was just driving me crazy. All right. Bum ba dum ba dum bum 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 bum. Keep on running, keep on running. Ba ba da ba bum 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 ba. Do. Okay. These are cedars. I think. Wait, snakes are running now? They used to attack you directly. That's interesting. Maybe it's... You're sounding desperate. Okay, let's see here. So we did get. Where are they? That's the cedar, so we need more. Ba-ba-dum, ba-dum, bum-ba-dum. I'm gonna die here. Yeah, knew it was gonna happen. Okay. Alright. Let's go ahead and I think we can upgrade this now. Oh, we can get the thorium one now. I completely forgot they did that. Okay. All of those for now. But yeah, I don't know. I think my big concern when it comes to the game so far, and maybe it's just me, but you're exploring so much, but portals are locked behind quite a bit of progression. Like, you can't get... First you need to get this, which is the Arcanist Workbench, which requires, one, getting thorium ingots, which you have to go down to the desert, at the least. Maybe even more. So yeah, you either need to work your way down to the desert, or you need to work your way, or get to a fire area, and either way, it's a lot. I don't know. It kind of yeah. Why in the world is this? So we need 20 of those in order to do that. I don't know. There's a lot of things that I feel like they could do better when it comes to this game. And granted, most of it is probably just going to take time. They probably just need a bit more time to get everything worked out and all that jazz. But at the same time, I don't know. I feel like they could probably do a lot more, a lot easier. I don't know. How are we doing on those? We could probably take care of this then. We should probably turn these in. But, yeah. I don't know. There are certain things that I feel like they could probably work better. Like, the game is an exploration game. And as such, you would expect to be able to not necessarily have to have, like, if you are going to have a set home point, to be able to get back there fast. meanwhile, one of the things that you need is the teleporters, which, granted, the teleporters do have the access to them relatively quickly. But, yeah. It's still quite a bit of time before you can get access to them. But, yeah, I don't know. I do think that because of the way that Hytale is working right now, that most likely we are going to probably be getting a lot more stuff before they'll probably be editing a lot of this shit pretty soon, and changing the game to be as good as it possibly can. But I don't know. My big concern is that they're that yeah, we can't when it comes to a lot of these things with like the work in progress and stuff, it does mean that no one is going to be able to set up a permanent world yet, which is problematic. Why was I stuck there? That was weird. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like certain things, actually, yeah, let's go back here. Let's discuss this for a sec. So, if you're going to be in the frickin', if you go here, so, from the beginning, or wait, no, yeah, so, at this point you get your maximum teleporters goes up. There's no information on how many you can get anyways, how many you can use anyways, as I've seen from my other thing, but it gives you one for each of these two, and then these two give you two, and then with that you're unable to, you're able to use the teleporters pretty easily, but then the teleporters are locked behind progression, which that progression you'll probably get all the way to this one before you're even to the point where you can make teleporters. And granted, that is helpful, but by telling you that you have teleporters when you can't access them, it feels a bit odd, to say the least. I don't know. I feel like the game is gonna get better pretty quickly, but at the same time, I don't know. There's a lot of glitches. There's a lot of errors, and obviously they will be fixing them over time. It's just taking time. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. So we need thorium. We need a lot of thorium if we're gonna continue this. Wait here, one sec. Get back here, you stupid sheep. Thank you. Wait, why am I not picking them up? Thank you. Get. That's annoying. That's really freaking annoying. Shearing sheep. Thank you. But yeah, I think they need to also adjust the shears, because as much as the design of it is fun, the way that it works, it can be a bit annoying. But yeah. I don't know. I think that there's a lot of good, but there's also a lot of things that they could do better. And I think that that's the important thing. That is always going to be an important lesson for any game designer to learn, to know, is like sometimes you should wait a bit. And I understand why Hytale did release the game in early access, and there's a lot of good. There's a lot of good for it being in early access, but there's also a lot of things that they need to improve upon before they that honestly I would say that they probably should have waited before they even released the game, but until some of these issues were fixed. Where's freaking? Didn't I just have it in here? What the frick? Huh? Okay, wait. That was the chest that it was in. What? That is bizarre. So, certain items can just disappear? That's concerning. That's really freaking concerning. Welcome to the chaos. We're probably going to be ending relatively soon. So far so good. We're mostly discussing like the things that the Hytale does good and the things that it does bad. Especially one of the things that I've been saying that they've been doing kind of iffy is that you can't yet have a permanent world, even like a long-term world, because of the way that it's updating so fast. Things are disappearing, things are changing, and all that jazz. And as such, you can't necessarily get certain items. Like, this world was created before the dinosaurs existed. So there's a good chance that this world will not have the dinosaurs. But I can't tell yet because I haven't been there yet. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens, but it's needless to say it's kind of concerning. We will be concluding the stream pretty soon-ish, but we'll see. We'll see what we do. I don't know. I do think that the game is great, and I said it when I first streamed it over on YouTube 2 weeks ago. Whoops. That it's a very fun game, but it does once you've done certain aspects of it, and then new aspects get added, then you feel like you have to restart from the beginning, and that can be very annoying. So, yeah. I think most likely I am probably not going to stream the game again. At least not fully. What we might do is we might do creative streams every now and again. So we can check out like new stuff that they add. But until then, probably not going to do too much in terms of, like, survival gameplay, because there's a lot of things that get added and then you can't access them. And some things, and I don't know, they clearly want certain things to function a certain way, but they don't function at all. Like, the feed bag. Completely useless right now. But, I don't know. It's part of the reason why I started my stream a little bit later than I usually do. But, yeah. I don't know. We'll see what they do. Hopefully they will improve the game little by little. At least that's what I'm hoping for. And once the game is fully, at least in a position where I feel like I can play it without necessarily having to worry about, oh, yeah, I'm going to have to fully reset my world in order to get certain aspects of the game, then, yeah. Does this one burn? No, it doesn't. Okay. So some fires burn, but some not. That is kind of interesting. I don't know. But yeah, we'll see. Like I said, we're probably going to end the stream pretty soon here. There's not really much else I have to say. I am going to be intrigued to see... I talked a lot about in my last Hytale stream, which is over on the YouTube channel, that when it comes to what they could add, they have all these things that are in the game in creative mode that need to then be added into the survival mode. And granted, they are working on the magic system. Supposedly that is like one of the big aspects that they have to be very careful with. So I do understand that they probably want to implement most of the magic system all in one go, and they might like put in some like testing stuff early, like the book that just got added. That is probably going to be something that they're going to be working on. The staves, the other magic books that they're working on. One thing that concerns me, though, with the way that the current magic system is looking, and I wish I had the stuff to discuss this, but it's basically a staff from the Arcanist workbench, and then there's also the Alchemist workbench, which has all of the potions and bombs and stuff like that. So when they add those things and get them fully implemented, great, that's going to sound great. But it's still so early that it's really hard to say. There's going to need to be... and certain items, at this point in time, don't have as much use as they really should. Like, sure, certain foods are really useful. And I think the interesting thing about when it comes to the chef's stove is that it has access to a lot of really cool stuff. But at the same time, it feels like they need to add more sooner rather than later, if you get what I'm saying. That's like the big issue that I'm having currently with the game, is like they need to get things in place so that especially on the survival side, because if you look in the creative mode side, you're realizing just how much stuff there is that is not yet in the game. And even when it comes to this stuff, like, we have up to adamantite, if you go to the fire zones, but mithril stuff doesn't exist yet. And there is higher tiers than mithril that we just don't have access to yet. And that can be a bit concerning, at least to me. We'll see what happens as the story continues, but yeah. And then also, like, the upgrading the workbenches and stuff, it works, but at the same time, it feels like they need to get it to be at a better spot. I don't know. One thing that I also have said multiple times is that I would prefer if right-click interacted a bit more, because having it be F just feels clunky. So, I don't know. Maybe it's just my years of playing Minecraft that are causing me to say that, but we'll see. I don't know. I'm hoping that they make the game as good as it possibly can be, but it's gonna be a while before it's at that point. But yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping that because the fact that they do have the stuff to continue development for at least 2 years, that once it's fully set up and stuff, that it will be as good as it can possibly be. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. We shall see. Also, one more thing I do want to briefly discuss, and that is doors. Doors just feel way too... because I think in certain situations they'll open one way and then others they'll open another way. I don't like that. I don't like the way that functions. And maybe that's because of the fact that they are in the middle of a block rather than being in the on the side of a block. But I think that that's something that they could absolutely make better. And it's really annoying when it comes to, like, say, the Quebec doors, since the Quebec doors are shorter. In fact, let's see here. Is there one here? Also, one thing, I don't necessarily know if I'm going to be the only one who's going to think this, but I think that one thing that they should probably add... oh yeah, here's the Quebec doors. Is the ability to make yourself a shorter character. Say, on the same level as the Quebecs. I think that would be really fun. But at the same time, it's going to be a bit... we need 2 of those, but I don't have enough materials. That's fine. But, yeah. I don't know. I think that's where I'm going to go ahead and call it, though. Is the game good? Yes. But it needs work. Hopefully, things will be better before too long. Tomorrow will be some more of Zowo's journey, so look forward to that. And we will be going through and... I think, like, the big thing that is going to be needing to happen for a while is that we will need to work on getting the game as good as it possibly can be. And once it is at a good point, I think that's when I will go ahead and continue making Hytale live streams. But for now, I think I'm going to say that most likely we will not be doing any more Hytale streams for a while. If I'm going to do anything, it's probably going to be like a small stream where I check out an update. And those might just go to YouTube rather than going to both. But we shall see. Anyways, like I said, hopefully you guys have enjoyed. I have been Electro Ninja. Tomorrow is Zoa's journey over on Final Fantasy XIV. And I might do another stream later today, discussing, or checking out the new update. But I'm going to take a break for now. But we'll check out the update over in Marvel Rivals because the new zone just unlocked. And drops are enabled, so that so even though that will be a shorter stream, you could probably get some items if you need to. But anyways, guys, I've been Electro Ninja, and I will see you guys next time. But on!